Hey, you have a lot of troublemakers in your life, right? You're always getting into some issue with someone. Getting into problems. People create problems in your life. Purposefully, they do things that put you off, that make your life miserable. They don't like to see good things in your life. And you are someone that's going through so many things in your life that you can't even speak to people about. Some things are very horrible. And there are people in your life, there are troublemakers in your life that like to put you in a living hell, right? They like to make your life a living hell. This could be in your school, the colleges, the workplace, your neighborhood, your surrounding, your own family, anyone. And you're always feeling this trouble. You're always feeling this trouble. You're always like, why do people trouble me so much? Why do they like bullying me so much? Maybe you're at the office and your boss troubles you too much. You have a colleague. You constantly feel like people like creating issues in your life, unwanted issues in your life. You always feel like they always look down upon you. You feel very small sometimes because you feel, I don't understand why there's so much trouble in my life, why there's so many issues in my life. I just don't understand this. And why do people like doing these things to my life, right? You're always someone that's bearing the effects of these things that they're doing to you. Now, some of you have been put into such troubles that nobody could ever even survive such things, and you are there, you're alive, you're surviving these things. If you're not living, you're at least surviving. And do you, okay, you may or may not appreciate yourself. You may or may not appreciate yourself for whatever you're going through. But my question is, do you ever realize how powerful you are? Do you ever realize how strong you are? I know strong is a word that's being thrown around very loosely. Like you really going through something in life and people just say, wow, how strong you are. How are you so strong? How do you do these things? I understand all these things, but sometimes these things just boil down to words with no effects. But I have a question for you. It's not about your strength. It's not about how strong you are, because sometimes you may be pushing through life with so much pain, so much tears that nobody sees. Obviously, you're strong. Obviously, you know this. I know this. But my question is, some of you that I'm talking to right now have been through certain issues, certain problems, certain situations in life. You were born into certain situations in life. You grew up in that situation. You're still there. Do you recognize your spirit? Do you recognize who you are? Do you ever think of what a strong spirit you're made of? Like, forget the strength, right? Like, somebody with a fracture that's healing is also called strong because he's healing. Many different issues. People call you strong. I'm not just talking about strong. You are strong. But I'm trying to ask you, do you recognize your spirit? Do you recognize what a strong, I don't know, I don't have words. Do you recognize the strongest pillar of light you are? Like how strong you are. I mean, strong is not the word I want to use, but I don't know what else to use it. Your spirit is so unbreakable. You're so strong. And the secret is, you always think you are the one that's always, you know, how do I say this? How do I frame this? I don't know how to frame this. You're always the one that's bearing the consequences of things people do to you, right? Some people like to do their nonsense. They like to throw problems at you, create issues in your life, create blocks in your life, just to make sure, in smaller or bigger ways, or in extreme ways, to make sure that you're always in trouble. Like, problems don't end in your life when it's caused by someone outside of you, right? Do you know why these things are? You always say, oh my god, why do they bully me? Why do they create problems in my issues? My problems don't seem to get over. You need to have a perspective shift right now. It's not because you are less. It's not because they like picking on you. It's not because you are smaller, like maybe physically or emotionally, mentally. No, you don't have any issue. It's not because you have some issue that people like troubling you. The only thing is, whoever it is that's causing trouble in your life are so scared. I mean, they're filled with fear, insecurities. They are scared to their bloody bones. They're scared to their bones when it comes to you. It's not you that's desperate, it's them that's desperate to destroy you so they can sleep peacefully because they know as long as you exist, something in them, it's never, how do I say this? They have this unsettling feeling always because let's say you have a boss, right? He or she is a boss. Boss is a word right now, okay? Let's not attach any meaning to this. Boss is a word, and this person is above you, right? And you're working. This man or woman, this so-called boss of yours, is noticing you, and they know something within you is very bright, very strong. You might be extremely creative. Who knows, he or she might be scared of losing their job one day if everyone starts noticing your amazing qualities, right? You might be better than him or her if you were to be a boss. Okay, that's a quality that they don't have. Maybe you were there for a shorter time and you're very good at your work. So people are scared that you might take their position, right? Now, there might be some nasty people around you that do nonsense things, and they're always trying to cover up their unwanted deeds. You know what I mean? They're always trying to cover up. You are someone that's not scared, that's not afraid. Like, you're like, okay, put me in anything, put me in a jar, in a bottle, a pond, a lake, a river, a ocean. I'm still going to come at you because you're wrong, right? You don't stop. So what do? They like to create situations in your life where you start to think psychologically that you're smaller than them, that they are a bigger fear to you. Like, imagine a tiny fish and a big predatory fish, maybe like a shark, you know. But maybe this tiny fish has a poison within it that if it bit the shark could die within a minute, right? So, what is the best chance that a shark has got? To just gobble this fish, to make sure to use its body weight to show up as strong, but it's not so strong. It's not. The shark is not stronger than this tiny fish. Everyone in this lake, river, ocean, sea, call it whatever, is scared of this tiny fish because this tiny fish is very well armed. It has the best poison, it has the best venom, the best kind of teeth, its movements are so precise. And you know why? All these fishes, they're scared of this tiny little fish, right? Because this tiny fish can do damages that they can't even think about. It can ruin their entire life. So what do they do? What do people like this do? They always try to sideline you, right? In any way. I'm talking about the smallest thing they do in your life. Maybe like, you know, I don't have examples. Like cause trouble in your way, or they might try to put you in a box, attack you psychologically, mentally, in many different ways. Just know this one fact: it's only because they're scared of you. You have put them on a pedestal, thinking this person is capable of doing this. Yes, I understand what you're saying, but why are they doing this to you? Because they're scared of you. Because they see something in you. They know that you will destroy them. It could be anything, purposefully or just by being yourself. Who knows? There's a model in your neighborhood. She's walking, she's struggling too much to be recognized. in the industry, right? And you are someone who naturally looks like a model, you walk like one, but you're not interested in being one. You're just being you. But this model is very insecure of you. I don't know why this example came to me. Like, I can literally picture one person looking, from their window, and she sees someone walking and she's very insecure. Okay. And you're somebody that's naturally a model feature, right? Like, you have the best features, you walk, you know your walk. So this model is very insecure of this normal girl, right? But she's born with it. So this makes her insecure. While this girl is not even trying, she's just living her life. So this woman, this model, she starts to treat her as a threat. She's scared. What if somehow she gets discovered? What if she becomes a top model? What about me? What about me? What will I do? There are too many things why people throw trouble at you, because something happens within them, something that's not good. When they see you, you're that trigger. You trigger things within them, like maybe you trigger insecurity in someone. It's mostly insecurity in many different ways with many different names. It's insecurity, honestly. Some people are scared because you will expose their deeds, so they try to keep you in trouble, in a box, attack you in many different ways. They try to make you think that you are trapped. You're not trapped. You are the biggest fear. They are very scared. Fear is always knocking at their bloody doors. And that's why they're scared. And they want to trouble you because they want you to think you're very small. But somehow you are created in such a way that you are a threat even while you're not. Why? Even while you are not a threat. Even when you're just carrying on. Something within you, right? There's a very strong, bright spark within you, a very strong heart with so much light. It might not be physically visible, but people can always pick up on vibrations, right? So you're vibrating something that's really high, that's very blessed, that's very positive. And these vibrations, I think they're constantly like piercing them in many different places, in many different insecurities. And they always target you because they feel very small, very tiny, they're very scared. They're scared to their bones. They're scared to their graves. I don't know if there's a way of exaggerating this even more, like I would, but I don't know. I don't have words. They're very scared of you, and that's why they like to cause trouble in your life. So, they can like keep you in check. They can keep an eye on you, like regulate your life, your moments, or whatever it is. It's a very small thing. You place them on a pedestal, maybe because your mindset has been going through the same thing, the same torture, the same issues, the same problems. So you start thinking that, oh my god, these people are capable of this, and that. They might be capable of things, but why are they doing this to you? It's because something within you, or let's just say you, entirely you, they're scared of you. They're so scared of you. They're very scared of you. I don't want to use this word, but they are the small insects, the pests. These are those people that are very scared of you. And you know what insects do, right? Like they go, they bite, and all the nonsense that they do. Even when they're laughing, thinking about troubling you, what is backing them? They don't have good deeds to back them up. They don't have a good heart. They don't have God backing them. They're just going to go to their graves. And whoever it is, I do not know. God bless their bloody souls. You must always realize you're never the issue. You are always downplaying yourself, thinking that why do they trouble me? Why do they bully me? But this is just the smallest thing. It's because they're very scared of your spark. You're very bright. And I cannot emphasize this enough. From wherever you're listening right now, whatever you're doing, wherever you're from, they're literally very, very, very scared. They trouble you because it's not fun for them. They're scared of you. They fear you. They're insecure of you. The ones that laugh at you in a group when you're walking by, saying, ha ha ha, look at him, look at her. She dresses up like this, she dresses up like this. It's because they are insecure. Every day they have to change their looks to look a certain way, to feel a certain way. But you don't have to, because you don't have that intention, that thought. You're like, I'm okay. Let me wear my pajamas, my jumpers, my sweatshirts. In a dress, I'm okay with anything. Like, I don't feel uncomfortable. I'm not insecure. Since you're not insecure, they like to make you feel like that because they are. And I hope this message is very clear. And take this message in many different ways. The smaller, the bigger, whatever. I intend for you to find this message so you know you're not someone silly. People are not picking on you. Stop putting those people on a pedestal because they're scared of you. I'll see you in the next one. God bless y'all.